When I grow up, I want to be an architect.
When I grow up, I want to be a doctor.
A basketball player. I want to be a businessman.
A football player.
My favorite thing to do is sing. I love to sing.
What you want to be when you grow up?
I just want to be alive.
Okay, all right.
Racial profiling is the use of race or ethnicity as grounds for suspecting someone of having committed an offense.
Based on Black demographics, African Americans have been convicted of drug, robbery, assault, larceny, and murder.
Atlanta police just launched an internal investigation into what happened during Perry's recent traffic stop just days before Perry hosted President Obama at his Atlanta studio. Now, the Star claims he was racially profiled by two white police officers who pulled him over as he was driving to the airport. Perry says things got, quote, hostile, and that he was so confused since he says he did nothing wrong here, nothing illegal. Here's some of what he wrote on his Facebook page about that tense encounter. The officer on the driver's side continued to badger me. It was happening so fast that I could easily see how this situation could get out of hand very quickly. I didn't feel safe at all, but one officer stopped his questioning and said, "We may not let you go." Perry also described what happened next when another official on the scene, a black officer, recognized his famous face. He wrote, "He took one look at me and had that oh no look on his face. He immediately took both officers to the back of my car and spoke to them in a hushed tone. After that, one of the officers stayed near his car while one came back very apologetic."
Here are some views on racial profiling.
What you need to do is be thankful for the life you got, you know what I'm saying?
What is your opinion on racial profiling?
I feel like it is prominent in, you're talking about like police. Okay. Yeah, I feel like it is prominent in the police force, but then again, it also depends on the situation in which, like, say if you see versus a black man walking down the street or a white man walking down the street, you do get profiled differently depending on the way you look. But it's not, it is prominent.
Not good. My opinion of racial profiling it's really terrible.
Some people are so stuck in the past. Not even just with racial profiling, like just in general, like older people when it comes to like their religious beliefs and stuff like that. Like they just stuck in what they used to and where they came from.
Okay. Black people are 26 times more likely than whites to be stopped and searched. Civil rights advocates are against the use of racial profiling tactics by the police, as it goes against the Constitution.
So, why do you think some people profile based on race?
I guess because since black people there, or even any other person, they're a minority. So if you see them, it's like majority of the percentage that they have, they have, say they have, what's your problem? We have, a lot of corruption involved. So it's not so that they're all.
They just go with the popular opinion, and they don't show the individual themselves. You can't just think that all black boys are dumb and they don't know how to work hard, and all light skin girls are pretty and stuff like that. You can't really base it off of the color of the skin. This is gonna have some racial.
Based on statistics, black crime has a high rate of robbery, drugs, and murders. How do you feel about that? I feel like if we had a different chance, if we had a better chance, that maybe it wouldn't be such a difference. Because I'm black, I'm involved in these crimes, and because I'm white, I'm not involved in those crimes. But because even, now that we are equal, supposedly, there's still an issue. We're still treated differently. So that's our way of lashing out and being different, you know what I'm saying? And you get yourself into things that you wouldn't necessarily be in if you had an equal, playing field. All right.
How do you feel about these? I don't like racial profiling at all. My father, he's a police officer, so he sort of deals with people all the time. Yeah, I still do not like racial profiling at all. People constantly bully the age of nobody. I don't know. Personally, I just think that I feel like I wish more boys who are African American would realize how they make all of us in general. So I wish everybody minimize that, because they don't realize what they're doing. To the tough and for that, all those people we're always going to be racial profiling.
What is the definition of racial profiling? I feel like it's just discrimination against any race that isn't yours. I feel like there's racial profiling with, not just African Americans, but African Americans toward Caucasians or African Americans towards Hispanics. Like, if they're not what you are, then you have a different. You look at things differently. So I don't feel like it's just towards African Americans.
So long, anybody ever wonder when they would see the thunder? Just remember when you come to the show. What's up? Alright, already starting now. Right till the morning we dream. So
front and center, 13-year-old Landry Thompson, her dance instructor, 29-year-old Emmanuel Hurd, and her dance partner, 22-year-old Josiah Kelly.
That is.
After a long day of rehearsals, Sunday at 3 a.m., they stopped at this gas station near Memorial Park. That's when Houston police pulled them all out, handcuffed them, and put them into patrol cars.
And they were also convinced that I was a runaway.
Police then called Landry's parents in Oklahoma, who were surprised by the officer's tone.
Are you aware your daughter's with 2 black men? And when I said, yes, I'm aware of that, he started calling into question our parenting.
Landry is homeschooled and travels frequently for dance. The Thompsons asked Emmanuel to look after their daughter and packed a raft of documents.
Emmanuel had a letter signed by us, had every contact number that they could possibly have needed. He had her insurance card. He had her original birth certificate, not a copy.
The Houston police officers did not believe the parents or the men.
I'm like, sir, I would dance for you right now. Do I need to
In a statement, HPD said, quote, given the age discrepancies and the child had no relatives in the area, officers in an abundance of caution did their utmost to ensure her safety and sent her to CPS.
Do you think it would have been different if she had been black or if you had been white?
Yes, absolutely. 100% absolutely.
Landry's friends waited for 6 hours outside of CPS waiting for her to be released. Everyone involved says they understand why police questioned the group at first, believe it should not have taken so long to clear everything up. Sherman Chow, KHOU.
The law enforcement community within the world generally supports race as one of the several factors in suspect profiling. The belief is profiling based on any characteristic is a time-tested and universal police tool, and excluding race as a factor is perceived as illogical. Racial profiling has also been seen to occur more frequently in times of threatened homeland security.
I'm wide awake, she's no trouble sleeping. 'Cause when her heart breaks, no, it don't break even.
Ever since the Trayvon Martin case came to national attention, George Zimmerman has been described by some as having racially profiled the 17-year-old before he was shot and killed. Trayvon Martin was identified by Mr. Zimmerman because of what he looked like. There was no specific information about a crime that had taken place. He was identified because he was African American and the way he was dressed. Many have asked whether racial profiling was involved in Trayvon's case, because George Zimmerman was a neighborhood watch person, not a cop. But the answer is yes. Trayvon was racially profiled and assumed to be up to no good by a neighborhood watch volunteer who worked with the Sanford police. And then after his death, he was racially profiled again by a Sanford Police Department, which concluded that Trayvon was a perpetrator of a crime and that Zimmerman had acted in self-defense. The most common form of racial profiling occurs when people stop, question, and search African American, Hispanic Americans, or members of other racial minorities disproportionately based solely on the individual's race or ethnicity. The extent to which racial stereotyping is used in identifying suspicious individuals is a key point of contention in the debate over profiling.
Oh, you got his heart and my heart and none of the pain. You talking super.
President Obama made a surprise appearance in the White House briefing room Friday and spoke with unusual candor about race. Mr. Obama's father was Kenyan and his mother was white. He said George Zimmerman's acquittal earlier this month in the killing of Trayvon Martin has caused a lot of pain for African Americans.
There are very few African American men in this country who haven't had the experience of being followed when they were shopping in a department store. That includes me. There are very, very few African American men who haven't had the experience of walking across the street and hearing the locks click on the doors of cars. That happens to me, at least before I was a senator.
The president said many black Americans believe that if a white teenager had been involved in the same incident, the outcome and aftermath might have been different. He said the issue calls for some soul searching.
The question, for me at least, and I think for a lot of folks, is where do we take this? How do we learn some lessons from this and move in a positive direction?
The president suggested a review of some state and local laws and law enforcement procedures, as well as increased efforts to mentor African American boys and more candid conversations on speaking about race, according to some experts.
Freedom and justice, I have a dream that my 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream today. One day right there in Alabama, little black boys and black girls will be able to join hands with little white boys and white girls as sisters and brothers. I have a dream today.
Every year, thousands of people are stopped by law enforcement while driving, flying, or even walking, simply because of their actual or perceived race, ethnicity, national origin, immigration, or citizenship status, or religion. They're not stopped because they have committed a crime, but because law enforcement authorities wrongly assume that they are more likely to be involved in a criminal activity because of the way they look.
Yo, what's up? It's your boy, Aaron Michael Kane. Let's talk about racial profiling for a second. It happens. I understand. I ain't even mad at you. Everybody does it. I know I do. Oh, you don't, huh? Let's play a little game I like to call Guess Which Race It Is. Who's got the car with big rims? Black people. Who's got the van with big rims? Mexicans. Who's got the car that actually costs more than his rims? Rich old white guy. Who's got the hookup on every single one of these rims? Armenians. See, we all do it. It can't be escaped. And we're just going to have to accept the fact that every single one of us is going to be treated differently in different situations. Example, I was at Target the other day, just buying a DVD, but the man forgot to deactivate the magnetic security strip. So I'm walking out the door, I got my new DVD in hand, and what do you know? Sir, we're going to have to check your receipt. Of course you are. Meanwhile, Mr. Rogers walks by with an unpackaged laptop. Oh no, you're okay, sir. That's just the way the world is today. But there are some loopholes. The other day I was in the store just trying to get a new video game and something caught my eye.
What's up, Kevin? I'm trying to get this game, man.
Alright. Okay.
Hi, Kevin.
Oh, hey. Oh, hey, okay. Well, it'll be $6.50.
Oh, baby, wait, we gotta get Pride and Prejudice.
Oh, that's right. I'm gonna go back there and get this movie, but you probably want me to leave this here, don't you?
Oh, no, it's cool. You're with... You guys are cool.
Alright, thanks, man.
No problem. You guys have a great day.
I'd like to, buy this film.
Okay. Do you have your ID on you?
Yeah. It's no problem. Here you go. Do you have your social security card too? Yeah. Okay, alright. Okay, I just need you to sign to verify that's your signature. Okay, everything looks in order. I guess all I need right now is a co-signer for the movie. Come on, for the Shirley Temple Smiles and Curls collection? Ridiculous. I'm going to file a complaint with your embassy, sir. And there is no reason why I should receive this kind of treatment to buy a Shirley Temple DVD from my mother who was a homesick with the gout. I will file a complaint to your district manager. You can bet your bottom dollar, buddy. Look, sir, I feel your pain, but you know... Oh, it's the game. Hand it to me real quick. There you go. You guys did it. Yeah. Nice people. All right, I feel your pain, sir, but we gotta have a co-signer, we gotta have the security card, we gotta have ID. It's all in our manual.
As for solution, we can say young men and women develop their character at our age in high school. So by not falling for peer pressure and better economics, there will be less poverty, meaning less robberies and crimes. And for the racial profiling aspect, it's an individual situation. People have opinions and people engage in stereotypes, but we're only responsible for ourselves. Another solution can be starting committees. Having a group of people trying to fight against racial profiling will help. As people start one group and start spreading the word to stop racial profiling, then there will be more committees committed to stop racial profiling.
There's no going back.
To sum things up, never judge a book by its cover. Never judge a person by their appearance. Don't listen to stereotypes. Get to know them first before you make assumptions. Law enforcement should reconsider who they're stopping, have a real reason other than race for why they're pulling over someone.
God's great big family, and it's true. You know, love is all we need. We are the blessing. We are the children. We are the ones who make a brighter day. Shouldn't stop giving. There's a choice we're making. We're saving our own lives. It's true, we'll make a better day. Just you and me. Well, send them your heart. Oh, so they know that someone cares.
So their cries
for help will not be in vain.
We can't let them suffer.